Hey guys, it's me, Adradix again. I'm finally not dead. My computer is finally working. I did do a little stream test yesterday to check if everything's fine, and I also recorded a video in midway through that, and that should be my Firefly polls. And we're here again, on semi-Honkai related news. And I think you could see what we're going to be talking about right now. And that will be covering the mini drama that has happened since, oh, this is a few days old, kind of. It's semi-recent. And it's Mina Aoyama and her little tweet about Firefly and her character, and just a lot of controversy that started. First off, for those who do not know, Mina Aoyama is a VTuber that kind of mostly dabbles within the gacha gaming sphere. A lot of people may know her as the Yuri obsessed VTuber. I mean, look at her profile right here. I love it when women are mean to me. I personally don't watch her streams that often, but I do get clips of her occasionally, and it's always related to like Yuri bait. And just, you know, within that realm. I know she does pull sessions with the voice actors of the game occasionally, so I'm a little limited. I would say I'm pretty neutral when it comes to my stance on Mina. She does have good content, in my opinion. She's funny. I mean, she may be Yuri bait a lot, maybe too much, and that may have been the issue here that kind of started this whole drama. Okay, so I'll just read the tweet here, and I'll show you the video that she's regarding this about in like 2 seconds, but the last 10 seconds of that trailer was unnecessary and really reduced how powerful of a character Firefly could be, but instead they reduce her to waifu. Like, come on. And when she's talking about this tweet, she's talking about this trailer. And what made me kind of react to this is this whole, I saw this tweet and so I bookmarked it and I kind of wanted to talk about it. So this kind of correlates. It brought me back to this whole drama here. And this is the trailer they were talking about, the last 10 seconds. And I'll let it play. Okay, so for those who don't know, Callus, the male protagonist, or the male version of the protagonist, walked in and kind of, you know, made her little tee-hee and a little blush. This has caused a lot of controversy within the community, and it's a lot of people kind of it kind of breaks their illusion or their headcanons of relationships within the whole gacha sphere. And that's a whole problem within itself with a lot of people. Like, there's so many countless times that this has happened. For example, there's a whole Robin is a lesbian debacle that happened recently. The whole Jade and Topaz, there we go. I could only think of Numby for a second. That being, you know, controversial with Jade. Like, I don't even know, people don't like Jade for some reason because of the whole, I think, adventurine angle where she's like power, I don't know, but there was that whole thing that there was like a little brush of their hair, and within one of the videos there was what else, Black Swan and Acheron was a whole thing. And every single time you get these releases, there's always a little bit of like headcanons clashing, but this is probably the most egregious. I don't want to say egregious, but this is the most like strongest evidence of Honkai wanting to ship a certain character with the main protagonist. But that's an issue we can talk about separately. The thing here is Mina Aoyama saying that they're reducing her character for just having like a natural human reaction and them liking each other is a little bit hypocritical, especially coming from her. And obviously she's known as this Yuri lover, I would say, VTuber, and there's nothing wrong with that. You do you, but what bothered me is that she's just hypocritical. And there's countless evidence, and this is what's brought a lot of like a lot of drama towards her, because there's like it's blatant hypocrisy coming out of her. And you could see this in the comments. She continued to say because of across you see here across a myriad Celestian animated short and character trailers, she gets barely 10-second tease with the main character, and this reduces her character. And within the video, or within like countless of her post like drip marketing or pre-drip marketing, she was just being a badass, you know, being a like not a war criminal, but like a war machine essentially. And Mina just says here, because of the 3 patches she has been nothing but the MC's girlfriend, they show a whole trailer of Firefly, coming to terms with her mortality, and the piece of acceptance then ruined it by introducing waifu bait again. This isn't a target to male either. It'd be annoyed if it was femme TB Trailblazer too. And I don't know Mina, obviously. I'm just a small little creator, you know. But I would not believe her. And if it was the female character, she'd be screaming, yelling, panting, celebrating. But there's countless pieces of evidence of this. And actually, I have a better... So, after doing a little bit of scrolling, I finally found the full clip that I saw earlier. And this is just providing more context and honestly more incriminating to a degree. So this is why I basically don't like, it's a little hypocritical that she's saying they've reduced her with this clip. Like here you can just see she's Yuri baiting again, or she's like screaming because of the Yuri bait.
Excuse me, 1 second. Wait a second.
And she's thirsting. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I do that. Everyone does that.
In time, everybody.
There's nothing wrong with this, but when it coincides with this, this might be a little loud.
Stop.
I'm stopping.
Oh my god. Firefly? I've been saying.
Here's the most incriminating part.
Black Swan who? Sparkle who? Acheron who? Firefly. Firefly on top. On freaking top. I have been saying this from the get-go. Firefly, #1, she's so cute. Oh my god, I'm gonna... What did I say? Guys, what did I say? Literally before this, I was like, wow, I just want Firefly to be like a really cute girl who we date and we just have fun with, you know? And that's what they're giving me. They're giving me that. They're giving me what I want.
What I heard, if you could correct me if I'm wrong, is you wanted a waifu, a girlfriend that you could just go on dates with. But when Callus steps out, that's too much, right? That's too much? That's what makes her character just diminish. And I mean, I've seen her play the story, but I don't know how that diminishes her character. Even if you want me to go into a horror lore dive of Firefly's character, which I kind of went into detail in one of my Rohan May videos, and I feel like I might do more videos of that, but I'll just give a brief synopsis. Actually, I think one of these replies does a pretty brief synopsis. Summon like. Yeah, if you actually listen to the story, she kind of wants to escape the Sam persona, and this also brought another fucking drama as well, as her being trans as well, which I didn't really get into. There was so much happening, and within the like a few patches of so many mini dramas. But the whole thing of the story is that she just wants to be a normal person, a normal girl. She doesn't want to be tied down to that war criminal persona, or not even the war. Well, now she's technically a war criminal with the Stellaron hunters, but even if when she was fighting that big bug in the trailer, she doesn't want to be Sam. She just wants to enjoy life. What little limited life she has left, and that would include romance. And obviously, it's being baited by Honkai that this is a ship, Callus and Firefly, and it has been essentially a girlfriend simulator for a while. And if you pay attention to the story, I really don't have a problem with it. Especially you didn't have a problem. That's exactly what you asked for. But it's wrong when it's Callus stepping out. I don't know, man. It's just a little hypocritical. and she's just getting a lot of flack. Um, it's been wild, this whole argument that this is sprung out into. We'll just scroll through some of the replies. I'll take for you, I guess. Kind of disappointed in how you react in the trailer. She was, yeah, this is actually a perfect description of what I wanted to say. She's a girl who was brought up to be a weapon. She had never had the chance to do normal things. What's wrong with the little romance? And I think the only problem is it's Callus in this video and not, what's her name? I don't remember the female name. Stell? And it's just, you know, you're known as a Yuri poster, Yuri VTuber, Yuri thirster, thirst trap, want to suck in, oh fuck, not sucking, Yuri consumer. I don't know, man. I was like thinking of a juice box and you're sucking, like you're guzzling down all that Yuri content. It just sounded weird. Unfortunately, Mina has gotten a lot of flack for that, for being that Yuri guzzler. And she's been called a lot of homophobic and just terrible slurs, which in my personality, or not my person, in my personal opinion, I mean, like, it's just a take. As she said, it's an opinion. Even if it is hypocritical, it's still an opinion and you don't deserve to be called slurs. Yeah, you're allowed to have two different opinions. This doesn't change that she's just a filthy fucking hypocrite. That's fine, but it doesn't mean you, like, I've seen a few death threats, a lot of homophobic slurs, other shit like that. That's just intolerable and unacceptable. Yet again, it is Twitter, or X, and it's just a shit thing, but it's so good to farm, bro. It's so fun to farm. But it's a little unlucky. She does not deserve to be called slurs. I don't even remember one of the... It was like a 4chan, what is it? Yuri something. Oh, Yuri and then the F word. She doesn't deserve that. But there has been a lot of fight from the opposite spectrum of this. And it's kind of crazy. When I was stumbling upon this, yes, of course this one's like sharing similarities with Mina, and when I kept scrolling through this, I found a little person, not a little person, I don't know, I don't know their height or size, but I saw a crazy little tweeter here. Perodophilis. Oh my god, what the hell? Here it is. And it was crazy. It was crazy the things this person was saying. He's ugly, he shouldn't exist. This was tame. I was just looking through and I was like, this has got a lot of comments, right? And I should not have gone into this because it gets crazy. Just like this. I don't even feel comfortable saying that. Just saying Callus is just ugly. Okay, that's fine. But then he just kept, or they just kept going. I don't know what their gender is. I don't want to assume. But they just kept going. He's so ugly, every male in the game should die. Honkai is literally woman only. Actually makes me sick just looking at all of them. And this, then you can see it's starting to get crazy. And it's just the fact that, like either side of the spectrum is just insane to me. Where you can be homophobic. What is the opposite? Just anti-straightness is another crazy thing, and it's wild within the community, especially with all the other controversies that have happened. There's definitely more here, but I can't find it. Womp womp, men suck. Okay, is it called misandry? Oh, this is what I saw that got me to make this video. Essentially, I think straight people deserve to be put to death. I think. Wah, you mad. Let's just go here. We can see a lot more of her comments. Sis shet? I don't know what that is. I probably just said a slur. Uglies cry. Cry harder. Kill all men. This is just crazy. This one was a little funny. Boo, tomato. Why are you mad? But it just kept going. misogyny. This whole perspective that you can't be misogynistic is a little crazy to me. You're just discriminating based off gender, whether or not be systematically oppressed. I mean, just look up misogyny or even racism, prejudice, discrimination on an individual community based on their race or ethnic group. It's typically one that's marginalized, right? But it's not necessarily has to be. And it's a whole debate of whether white people can be discriminated or not. But in my theory, everyone can be discriminated against. It's just blatant. It doesn't matter if you have like superiority within like the system itself. Obviously you're not going to get as much systematic, like if you're systematically oppressed, then obviously it's going to be more prevalent, but it doesn't mean you can't do the reverse. Not everyone's always like, not every white person is rich and famous. Like there's the South is like, I mean, they're racist as well. They're extremely racist, but they're like not doing much better than a lot of like other people. A lot of other whole Appalachia is still pretty rural, and you know, there's still problems there, but this is just going a little on the edge, like womp womp, kill all straight people. It's just the same old shit, and it's starting to get it's just straight up obnoxious. And I feel like this is a lot more tolerated than homophobia. Like obviously, yeah, I like either side is terrible. Like this is just a terrible thing to do. And dude, it's just a cesspool. And this community has been having this happen a lot. And I really wish there's a way to fix it. Not every character, unless the game says that this character is specifically this sort of gender or this sort of sexuality, then you should just assume that they are attracted to anything and everything within like realms of like reality. Like this is a video game. Why are we having like whole debates and like blatant hatred for 2D characters? Like let people enjoy these characters and just don't enforce your headcanons. Unless it's like blatantly like the company says this, then sure, just shut your mouth. It's like set in stone essentially. I mean, it doesn't change the fact that they still could be pansexual, but if it's canon, it's canon, bro. Come on. But the thing is, it's Honkai. It's gotchas. Nothing is really canon. So you can have your headcanons. You can keep them to yourself. Don't force it on people. You can share it. But even when you share it, you're still gonna have shitters go. So like, it's just a double-edged sword. I just think you should respect people. Don't force anything onto people. Don't be homophobic. Mina is a hypocrite. All in all, I think she is a little hypocritical. She doesn't deserve homophobic slurs or any source of that. Obviously nobody does, but she does deserve a little bit of flack. Why is Drake trending in Connecticut? Okay. But maybe she'll get better about this. Maybe she learned something. Maybe don't be like pandering to Twitter in a way. But I guess that's kind of all. It's a lot longer than I expected to rant about this. Feel like I've been yapping about a lot of different problems within the society of Honkai or the community. But I've got a soccer game to watch. Spain versus Italy should be a banger. But I'll see you in the next video, I guess. I might be streaming. If you want to watch me on stream, I do record there occasionally, live, or if you want my live reaction of sort of shit, go to twitch.tv/Dradix. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you do enjoy what I was yapping about. But I'll see you next time. Bye bye.